What would younger Josh think of you now?
I think I'm sick. I have done aesthetically in my looks. I've accomplished everything young me has wanted to be.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what I think younger me would think I'm cool. If younger me was watching this right now,
He'll think you're sick.
yeah, 100%.
I know he'll think you're sick.
He would.
He'll think because how much music you've written as well.
Okay, excluding the music, if he was watching this video, he'd be thinking, my goodness, look at him with the microphone on his face.
Say you got a mustache. He'll be gassing if you got a mustache.
The goatee,
Yeah.
it's coming. But it's yeah. But you know what? He'd think I'm somewhat there. Like I've made it.
Same.
I ain't.
Nah, this is the early, bro. This is the early
what?
start of a career.
I'm barely.
This is pre-career.
Yeah.
This is literally pre-career. I am Joshua Kitson, 23, soon to be 24. I feel like I'm a person, yeah. I'm multifaceted. I'm in between everything. Like, you know how you always get a guy who's into tech or into movies or let's say into football. I don't even like football, but I'm into so many things where I'm an in-between guy. And I think that's the best way to describe me. Like, I'm kind of good at a lot of things. I kind of like a lot of things. Or I'm really into a lot of stuff. Like, I'm a nerd, but then I really like fitness. But then, I'm really into creativity as well. So I am someone in between the lines. That's how I've always felt in life.
What is your earliest memory of me?
I actually remember, bro. Do you know what's so funny?
Okay.
Like, a lot of the questions you're gonna ask, I've been thinking about them like the past couple of weeks.
Really?
Yeah, just randomly. I don't know why. And then even like, I think I was just thinking about our friendship the other day. Like, just how we've known each other for a while. Like, thinking about, okay, in the future, like, bro, like one day we'll be working together. Just like there's certain people I just expect to creatively work with for the rest of my life. And like, you're one of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then in terms of my earliest memory, walking into school, I think the first day.
Really?
I remember that. We had I think we had like a brief convo.
Did we?
Yeah. And I think we found out that we both support Arsenal, even though I don't really watch football anymore.
Oh, I might remember that.
And then one of the reasons why I knew we were gonna be boys was because you like Usher. And I don't know why, I just remember that so clearly, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that as well.
Like,
100%.
I was like, that's a good, like, I can trust you. Like, you have sense.
Like, you trust me, why? Because you listen to Usher.
Bro, because I remember, like, when we first became friends, yeah, Usher was the thing that bonded us together.
2011.
Because I remember, there was a conversation I remember we had where we were both at home, listening to Usher, watching the OMG video. I think it was Oh My Gosh video.
Oh.
Yeah, and we were talking about it. I don't know why am I going to listen to Usher? Like, why are we talking about the video that came out how long ago, yeah?
To be fair, I think OMG would have come out around about that time, to be fair.
Are you for real?
2010.
I thought it was earlier than that,
2010. I can even double check now, but I'm pretty sure it was 2010. Because we started, when did we started, oh my goodness, you're not going to guess when OMG came out, when the video dropped.
2009?
30th of March 2010.
No way.
It says right here. I'm on YouTube right now.
I thought OMG was like a mid to late 2000s, not 2010 late, like 2007.
He was in his pop bag at the time.
Guys, we're old but we're young. Like, we're 23.
Damn.
But we're old.
Yeah. So my earliest memory of you, is form. I can just remember our form 7GR. I remember.
I had that so long.
James McKay sitting on my left.
Yeah.
Stasi on my right, I believe it was. And you were on the table. We were on that. It was a row of tables.
Yeah.
You were on that table in front of me. Who was on your table? I remember Eugene and Eman at the front, in front of Miss Rose's desk.
Yep.
Jasmine and Charlotte might have been somewhere around there.
I think I was near one of them, you know.
Who was on your desk though?
I don't remember, but I just remember you was on a different table. And I'm thinking, bro, this is the only friend I have, and I'm not on this table. I was like, I'm not good at making friends. Never have been. Yeah, like socially, it's not my strong suit. Even some people say it is. Yeah.
I just remember you being you were confident and you were just witty and you were just.
I was confident witty.
Yeah, bro, you wouldn't stop talking. I knew. You know, you got me in trouble a lot.
Did actually?
No, you didn't get me in trouble, but I knew if I was anywhere near you in class.
Oh, because of talking,
laugh.
right?
Yeah, 100%. It was over.
I had a problem. I had a talking like I
We
couldn't
all did,
sit still.
and we got in trouble for enjoying ourselves in class when it came to parents' evening. Parents would be like,
word.
teachers would be like, "Oh, he talks a lot in class. He's easily distracted." I'm just enjoying my.
That was the only thing my dad
I'm
got said for
enjoying
5 years straight.
What my dad got furious one time in the car. And I was
Bro?
like, what are you angry about? I'm doing alright.
Did I feel pressure growing up? Yeah, I did, definitely, 100%. I think generally as a black person, as a black male, there's pressure. I think there's a pressure with parents to, achieve well and do well. Because it's gonna it's always kind of pushed on you. There's gonna be consequences if you don't do well, or you have to do well. I think there's a pressure as well because if my peers or maybe other relatives are doing well and I'm not necessarily always doing the best, academically. I found out I had a learning disability when I was 19, 20 in university. So there's always a pressure to do well, but I didn't know how to do well. And then I think there's also a pressure, I guess, as a guy, generally to kind of just do certain things and be certain ways. But I guess as I'm older, kind of realize, okay, those pressures aren't healthy. Let me just be me, be myself, flow as myself. And that's the way I'll be the most free and be the most successful in life, essentially.
What characteristics did you have back in school days, so 7, 8, 9 or whatever, do you think you still have today?
Ever since I was a boy, knee high.
How did you say that?
I remember, I've always envisioned myself what I'm going to be like when I'm famous. I don't know why. Ever since I was a kid, I used to envision myself what it's like when I have to give an interview. In my head, because I've blown from something.
Give an interview, not do an interview.
Oh, so do an interview, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So stuff like this where someone's talking about,
No,
okay.
you're right, give an interview, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Oh, so I'm thinking that's one thing. In terms of what I was like, I don't even remember. I personally thought I was very timid, difficult to talk to people. Actually, yes and no. Yes, and I think I spent a lot of my time trying to be like everyone else.
Really?
Yeah. I think, and then also I think I changed myself a lot based on what people said, but naturally, before anyone told me anything, or maybe feel insecure about anything in school, because of bullying and stuff, I was actually quite confident. And I was very expressive in terms of how I looked and what I've always been into fashion, right? And just my interests. But I think because of outside sources, that slowly got died down as the years progressed. So I think that's what I mean. Timid as in I wasn't necessarily always being myself.
Yeah.
Easily distracted, very much the tiniest attention span. I don't and I still have a small one now. So that was probably one.
What would younger Josh think of you now?
I think I'm sick. I have done aesthetically in my looks. I have accomplished everything young me has wanted to be.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what I think younger me would think I'm cool. If younger me was watching this right now,
He'll think you're sick.
Yeah, 100%.
I know he'll think you're sick.
He would.
He'll think because of how much music you've written as well.
Okay, excluding the music, if he was watching this video, he'd be thinking, my goodness, look at me with the microphone on his face.
Say you got a mustache. Should be gas if you got a mustache.
The goatee,
Yeah.
It's coming. But it's But you know what? He think I'm somewhat there. I've made it.
Same.
I ain't.
Nah, this is the early. Bro, this is the early start of a career.
I'm barely.
This is pre-career.
Yeah.
This is literally pre-career. This is literally what it is like. As much as we want to blow and be creators full time, this is literally the early days.
Did you have a vision when you were younger of what, or did you envision a pathway to where you wanted to be when you were younger? And if you did, how far on that pathway are you? If you didn't, what is your vision now for it?
I didn't have much vision when I was a kid.
Neither did I.
I did a lot of imagining.
I can't lie to you. This question, I tried to sound smart with this question. I can't lie to you.
Like,
I didn't expect you to have an answer, but I thought I'd ask you anyways.
I've always been a big dreamer. I've always wanted to try different things.
I dream of fantasies a lot.
Do you remember when we did that dance thing in secondary school with that guy in the year above?
Dontel?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I Step Up. That's what I at that moment.
I would Step Up late.
Yes. Wait, we're pausing. Guys, do you know there's been a long list of things where I'm like, Ryan, have you seen this? Have you watched this? And you're like, nah. And I'm like, how have you not heard of this? Are you sick in your head? This guy didn't know about Step Up until I told him.
Yeah.
Until I told him,
Yeah.
He's the sickest dancer I know.
Thank you very much.
I'm not even joking. He's so good. I was like, okay, how did you get good if you didn't watch Step Up? That's what I'm thinking. How do you learn to dance if you did not watch Step Up?
Usher.
Bro, did you watch it yet?
Michael Jackson, Mindless Behavior. That's how it became good.
Wait, what was your question again?
It's not about pathways. We're gonna move on to it.
Okay, cool. As much as sometimes you can regret stuff and wish you did things differently, I don't really regret much I've done in the past couple of years. Like, I'm quite happy with who I am now, and that's led me to who I am today. Of course, I could have maybe made better decisions in life in certain areas, but I'm happy. Like, I'm content in life, so I can't complain.
So tell me, how's your creative journey going? Because you do a lot.
I do a lot.
Yeah.
I said do.
Just get out of my studio.
Okay, wait, let me ask the question. My creative journey is actually going quite well. I've been on and off with a lot of different things, trying to figure out what I want to do. And I think because I never really figure out what I want to do and I can get bored quickly, I've done a lot of stuff over the years, especially like, let's say from 18 till now, or 17, 18 till now. But I think now I'm more just coming into the idea of I'm just a creative, and there'll be different times and seasons for different creative projects.
Yes.
So right now is content creating. And that's what I'm trying to do because it's simple, it's easy, and I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And I'm able to express other passions I have, like fashion, hair, that kind of stuff. But then later down the line, I'm probably going to be like, I want to make movies, I want to make anime, I want to like do like a lot of stuff within fashion as well. Like there's a bunch of stuff I want to do.
And you should limit yourself.
Literally, like, it's hard to find people that do multiple creative things.
You think so?
In a sense, yes. Like, there's like, you don't necessarily hear about, like, you normally see people who are artists, like who's a musician when they do other stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily hear people who have generally like blown, like, and been very successful, who were like, maybe they're stylists first and then do other stuff. Like I saw a guy on socials, and he's like a stylist, fashion stylist, but he's done like a bunch of other different things, and he's like big in the game in his like creative industry. Yeah. And it's like, okay, wait, I saw the other day, I was like, okay, cool, this is actually feasible. Like, people do this and live off it. And that's kind of my goal, like, be one of those people essentially.
Yeah, I hear it. I'm the same. Like, I've been creative since secondary. When even before prom, when I first uploaded onto
you don't want to think about it.
Dance videos. Not the ones on YouTube. The ones on YouTube are.
I remember filming this.
I think I archived them.
I remember filming this.
Yeah, and that's when I really got into my filming creative bag, and I was dancing and.
He was sick, guys.
I was. Am I better now? I don't know. But yeah, I do a lot with his music, filming, audio stuff. There was a period when I was just editing bare pictures, not editing like selfies and stuff. Like, I don't know, like I would make a cover art for an album, or I would do like a post off or something. College, and I was just messing around with just visuals and stuff like that. And uni's taught me that I'm really enjoying this audio thing, like this radio life, this hosting kind of thing, being just talking, kind of just being yourself, being a personality almost kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel like being a personality, you kind of have to be a personality on social media. So eventually I'm gonna have to put this kind of me on socials constantly. Yeah. And I'll do that. Mm-hmm. But I still low-key need setup's not the right word, but I need there's a word, I can't think of it right now. But I kind of get the vibe. I need an idea first of how I want to be seen, of how consistent I want to be, etc. Just kind of, I'm not saying I want to be an influencer now, because that's long. I'm not trying to be that opinionated. Yeah. But I want to show my personality. I want to be heard. That sounds so corny.
I get what you mean. Like, is it like you almost want, like, you want to figure out how you want the world to see you? Yes. Not necessarily you're being fake.
And then from there, how can I leave my mark on the world? This sounds mad dreamy and but why not dream big?
It's a good thing.
This is a creative episode. If you're a young creative coming out, this is what I want to get into, really, because I feel like there's so many young creatives out there that like us, we never had a setup when we first started years ago back in my garden. It was literally just
innovation, fam.
Fam, using a stool as a tripod.
Oh my gosh.
And DVDs to stack up to make the phone higher and stuff like that, and books, etc.
I still do that sometimes now.
Bro,
I still do that
struggle,
now.
man.
Sometimes
and people need to know that it's okay to start with nearly nothing, man.
it's better that you do that now, but back when you're younger, and keep doing that. 'Cause I think that's one of our things. Like, if we kept doing that consistently, we're probably a lot further than we are now, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's on their journey, and I think we've learned a lot over these years either way. But I think not feeling like you have enough stuff or enough equipment or enough resources is like one of the biggest hindrances.
Yeah. Unless you got P to pay for it, and pay for what you what you need. If you got P, then do it. But if you don't wait for it. Don't wait. And I need to actually tell myself that as well. Sometimes, like, I wait too. Like, I'm waiting to go in the studio to work with a producer to get writers and stuff around me. But really, I can just put stuff out.
Yeah.
And I probably should. But I'm still looking for that quality, that next level in quality before I really give something out.
Fair enough.
In whatever it is I do.
Number one, I want to try to do everything I'm doing to a high level in terms of tech, in terms of like the tech I have to produce that. So cameras, audio, all that kind of stuff. Like, I want more so I can create more. I want more at my disposal so that I can create more things with ease. I think that's what I would like to try. And I think I just want to, like, just do bigger things. Like, I love film and movies and TV, and I've always envisioned myself making those things. And I think I really do want to give my own shot at doing that, whether it be in a small scale now and then in a bigger scale later. But I would like to take my shot at maybe like a short film to, like, get people to think about different areas of life, if that makes sense.
What has been the major I won't call them bumps in the road, but the major points in your creative journey that have stood out and that you've experienced so far?
This is a really good question.
Like, for example, if you've worked on set of this and you've worked on this big project, what are the major things that said, okay, I've done this now, I've had experience doing this, or I've learned this and I've been able to then go in this direction?
I think the first thing and the earliest memory would be me not thinking I can be in front of the camera and behind the camera.
When was this? How long ago do you think this was?
Just in secondary school, like when we were all talking about, like, starting out doing this whole soul stuff and being creators, like, because I was too shy to test the waters of things I feel like I could do or I wanted to do, I kind of put myself in the box of, let me just be the guy behind the camera, because that's still kind of creative.
It is, definitely.
And it's still, and I love it, don't get it twisted. I've learned so much because I decided to do that, but it also came from a place of fear, if that makes sense. Like, almost like, okay,
You weren't ready to be seen.
yeah, it's almost like, okay, you're specifically good at this, I'm specifically good at this. I don't necessarily know what I'm specifically good at, and I've never been someone who's been specifically good at one thing. I'm just all like, even though all my gifts have grown,
Yeah.
it's more like I'm always at a certain level of good across multiple things, not just one thing's really, really sick.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine, like a jack of all kind of
Definitely.
traits.
Yeah.
And then I think the second thing, what have I learned? I think
creators are specialists in one thing.
literally, and I think I have learned that organization is key.
Bro.
For every form of creative thing that you do, the less organized you are,
The more difficult it's
the
going to
longer it is.
be. Yeah.
And also, practice makes perfect. I've had bad shoots where I've been hired for and they've not liked it, and because of that, I've given back the money because they've generally not liked it. It's not been that good, yeah. And that hit my ego, that hit my emotions, bro. Like, I really tried, and that was my first. It was like an event, and it was like my first form of doing an event. So I just realized that event photography is very different than just me taking pictures of people, because when I'm taking pictures of people, you're standing there. When I'm doing events, I have to be prepared and ready to get the shots that they need to promote their business.
Yeah.
So I think I've definitely learned that, like, organization, and just learn, like, okay, this is a skill that needs to grow. Because obviously I got into, like, photography and stuff for a good
You
while.
were in your bag being a photographer.
Like, I did that for a while, and, like, my boy Mario, who I went to college with, so I did media in college, right? Media and technology. Didn't even know technology was a part of it until I got the certificate. But I did it in college, and he wanted to start making P's and, like, become photographer, and I figured, wait, I need money. Let me jump on this too. Did a shoot with him. I was like, okay, wait, I'm actually good at this. Like, let me try this, right? And I wasn't very good for the beginning, but after a couple of years and a good couple of shoots and, like, working with friends, doing stuff with you guys, like doing stuff for free and with, like, as in with my boys, really grew that gift.
And then I learned, okay, wait, this is like I'd rather do photography for someone than film and edit a video.
Okay.
Because people want too much, man. Not even champions. People want to in create stuff. Yeah, people like when you're hired and you have a client, they demand a lot.
They do.
But with photography, it's still a lot. But at the same time, I can work around it. With videos, I've just done something for hours, maybe even days, showing you, and then you say, "Can you change this, please?"
I had that the other day with a client that we were working with for Caster Production. We did a wedding, and I was editing the video, and the video was fine. They didn't have a problem with it. They just kind of wanted some shots. They wanted a shot that we didn't get. To be fair, I wasn't filming.
No, but I know you don't get it, but that's not so stupid.
No. Because when the client see cameras around their event, they think everything's being filmed, and rightly so, kind of. And I can't remember what they wanted. I think they wanted a certain shot that we had, but we didn't have it in the best quality. Or I shouldn't be talking down on Caster. Caster Production is amazing. Therefore, hit me up for it. But
I think what you're saying. It doesn't make you a bad company.
No, it wasn't.
Every company goes through this, bro. Like even the sick ones.
That's
like
true.
when it comes to like filming and photography, if you haven't got something, then you make it work until it's sick and the person likes it. You just don't know that's what people do.
Yeah.
Like literally, do you know how much times photographers and videographers flop? But you don't know because like that's how we have to work. Like we have to work in a way where it's like, how am I gonna give you the vision that you're wanting from me?
You know what? I need to not compare myself. I was talking to someone the other day about this, thinking about, like, as much as I'm good at what I do, and I know I can achieve more, I compare myself a lot, like quite a bit, and it's sometimes subconscious. So then I'm trying to do things in the way other people do it, and I think that makes my content and my creativity actually a lesser standard. So I think that's one thing I could do. And then another thing I think I could do is be less lazy. I think in the past year or so, I just had to be more consistent with content creating. But then as a result, I think I got a bit lazy because I wanted to be consistent. I didn't want to have to go the extra mile, maybe with filming or editing. So now I'm kind of like, okay, cool. I'm good at being consistent, but now I need to bring high quality because that's what I know I can bring. And I think a lot of people, I guess on the outside, wouldn't know that I can do a lot of stuff like filming, editing, photography, because of how quick and simple I do my content.
So, socials, where people find you?
Yeah, so mainly on TikTok in terms of content. So that's RKJ99.
I'll just put everything.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, people, and that's it for this episode.
Wait, can I plug one more thing?
Can you plug? Oh, go on. Yeah.
So I have an
event.
event.
So by the way, so you could do that.
Yeah, I have an events company with Ayo and my good friend Joshua Saki.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that. So we're actually currently just dropping content. But
She's been talking about Lagoon the whole time.
It is what it is. I forgot I did that. But basically, it's an events company, and right now we're dropping content and just trying to promote friendship, community, and good company. And we'll have our first event this year.
Ooh!
That's what we're aiming for, right? So follow us. We make some good content, and you'll see it.
Yeah, man. That's the name of the company.
Oh, it's called Lagoon. Oh my gosh. Lagoon Events. Just search up Lagoon Events. It's a black and white logo. You'll see it.
I'll tag it as well, man. Yeah, people. I do believe this will be going on Soul. The Soul YouTube channel. Cool. This is obviously me filming for my final major project of university. Why did I say like that? We'll never know.
Kind of sounded cool.
Thank you. So if this is going out on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe, share with a friend, share with the family. Follow us on socials. Is that it?
I think that's it, man.
I think so.
Yeah.
And keep creating. Don't stop creating.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, man. Keep it going. Regardless of what tools you got, you have to keep on going.
Future you will thank you that you kept creating.
100%. And don't delete stuff. You can archive them, but don't delete them. You need to be able to look back and say, damn, I was whack.
It's okay to cringe.
Good. Yeah, I cringe all the time, but it's cool. I might cringe at this in 5 years' time.
But
and if I am cringing at this in 5 years' time,
I should be better then.
Why are you cringing for? I made you. Yeah. Thanks for watching, people.